Seriously, Tegan? Again? How many false accusations are you going to file against me to HR? It's getting pretty pathetic.
What do you mean false? They're all entirely true, and I'll file as many as I need to in order to get rid of you.
Stop lying already. Everybody knows that there's absolutely no substance to your claims at all. I don't bully you nor anyone else in the workplace. It's completely ridiculous.
No, what's ridiculous is the fact that management still hasn't fired you yet. In fact, it's even more ridiculous that you're still up for the same promotion as I am. We both know that I'm the better choice for the job. I would make a much better manager than you. I mean, I bet the only reason you're even being considered for the position is because you slept with Joel.
Wow, that's a bold accusation coming from you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you were the one trying to flirt with the CEO, Mr. Adams, at the Christmas party, were you not? And right in front of his wife, too. How classy. Oh, and just for the record, I haven't slept with anyone. I'm able to progress in my career based on my merit and work, unlike some people.
Are you insinuating that I'm the one who would have to seduce Joel in order to get a promotion?
Well, if the thigh-high boot fit.
Ugh, you are so infuriating. The sooner you're fired, the better.
Look, that's never going to happen, okay? So why don't you just stop being so horrible and actually try to be nice for a change? It might actually help you in your job.
Ha! Nice try, but I'm not going to fall for your obvious trick.
What trick? I'm literally just giving you some advice to be a decent human being.
No, you're trying to get me to let down my guard so that you can swoop in and steal that managerial position. It's so ridiculous a plan, though, that even a toddler could see through it.
You seriously need some help. Look, just stop putting false claims to HR, okay? All it's doing is wasting everybody's time.
No, and you can't make me stop either. I'm going to get that promotion no matter what.
Are you that petty that you'd make up horrible lies about me and my work ethic to get me fired? Just to get a promotion?
You see, it's exactly that naive attitude that shows just how stupid you really are. This promotion means a higher wage, a better office, and most importantly, the chance to progress further in the company. Only a moron would pass up an opportunity like this, and I plan to take advantage of your stupidity every chance I get.
I suggest you stop your lying now, before something you really don't like happens.
Is that a threat?
No, it's just an observation of what will happen if you keep up your horrid behavior.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Whatever. Hi, Joel.
I'm sorry, I don't seem to have this number saved in my phone. Who is this?
It's Tegan from work. I got your number off of one of my coworkers. I hope that's all right. I don't want to impose or anything, but there was something that I really needed to discuss with you.
I see. Okay then, what seems to be the problem, team?
It's about one of my coworkers, Brooke.
Brooke? What about her?
Well, ever since we found out about the new managerial job opening up, and the fact that we were both up for it, she's been acting slightly horrible.
What do you mean?
I hate to tattle on a coworker, but she has been bullying me nonstop over this new job opportunity.
Bullying you?
Yeah, she's been saying that she's going to get me fired so that she can get the job for sure, regardless of whether it leaves me with a job or not. I've been to HR multiple times, but they simply aren't bothered. Because she's friends with HR, they don't want to fire their friend, which means nothing has changed at all. I'm sorry to come to you over something so trivial, but I didn't know what else to do.
It's quite alright, I'll see to it that this matter's sorted.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, Tegan, I can't believe you went directly to Joel with your lies. Do you know how messed up that is? He wants to have a conversation with me about.
LOL, looks like your 9 lives are up. Time to pack your bag and get going. That promotion is as good as mine.
Believe me, this isn't over.
Hey Brooke, what's this I hear about you bullying people? I hope not. You might be my little sister, but I won't be able to save you from being fired if you've been bullying people in the workplace.
Joel, I promise you it's not what it sounds like. I haven't, I swear. Tegan is being crazy. She's making up all of these lies about me bullying her just so I'll get fired. She thinks if I'm out of the way, then she'll get the new job for certain. She's gone to HR so many times that it's ridiculous. They know she's lying, but they have to follow procedure and investigate anyway, which wastes their time and mine. You know I don't have to lie or bully my way into a job. I'm smart enough and talented enough to get one from my previous work alone.
I'm sorry, Brooke, but how can I be sure these claims are false like you say they are? Have you got any evidence?
Are you kidding me, Joel? I'm your sister. I wouldn't lie to you about this. But fine. If you want proof, then I've got some for you. I've just emailed it to you.
What is this?
Well, I got fed up with her lying, so the other day I made sure to record myself all day long so that I could prove that I hadn't been bullying her. And, surprise, surprise, I actually caught her bullying me instead.
Oh, wow, she's really being horrible to you, isn't she?
That's what I've had to put up with for the last few months. It's been driving me insane. All the name-calling, harassment, and undermining she's done. And it's not just me she's bullying. All of the women in the office feel the same way. They've all been harassed by Tegan.
Just the women? What about the men?
Ha! Tegan doesn't bully them, but she does harass them all with her flirting. She's even made inappropriate comments to them and tried to hit on married men too.
Jeez. She's just a walking HR disaster, isn't she?
You're right about that.
Well, you don't need to worry anymore. I'll deal with the situation ASAP. We don't want anything coming back to the company simply because of one bad employee.
What will you do?
Well, I probably shouldn't say anything, considering I'm your boss, but I'll fire her and make sure that any prospective future employers know full well what kind of person she is.
It sounds kind of harsh, but I suppose it might be a necessary thing to do, to make sure she doesn't treat anyone else so awfully. You know, sometimes you're pretty alright, big brother.
Pretty alright? I'm the best big brother, and you know it.
Yeah.
Brooke, what have you done? Why have you done this to me?
Done what?
You know exactly what I'm on about. I've just gotten an email saying that my employment has been terminated. They say that I've breached a number of harassment rules like bullying and unwanted flirting, and I know you're the one who tattled to them. So you better fix this right now.
Yeah, you're right. I did tell Joe what you have been doing, but I only did it after you tried to go behind my back to him and get me fired. Not to mention that it is long overdue that you face the consequences for your actions. Treating people the way you have is despicable, and my brother thinks so too.
Your brother? What's that got to do with anything?
Oh, don't you know? Joel is my brother.
What?
Yeah. So when you tried to lie to him about me, he messaged me to get my side of the story.
I see now. So he's siding with you simply because you're his family. I'll be sure to let my lawyers know that.
No, actually. He was prepared to fire me if what you said was true. Just because I'm his sister doesn't mean that I get special treatment. Luckily, I recorded you one day, when you decided to come and bully me again, which is more than enough evidence of what you have been doing. Not to mention, all of our coworkers would back me up too. Face it. Your horrible and mean-spirited behavior has gotten you fired. It's nobody else's fault but yours.
But I need this job. I was going to be promoted to the new manager's position. I've already spent a load of money on new clothes and shoes and things thinking that I would have a boosted wage. You can't just let them fire me, please. Can't you speak to your brother for me? Get him to keep me on?
Why would I do that when you've been so vile? Not just to me, but to everyone else we work with.
Well,
The fact of the matter is, you've messed up and now you need to face the consequences, whether you like it or not.
Ugh, you are such a witch.
Yes, well, you and your opinions are no longer relevant. Goodbye, Tegan. I hope you learn from your mistakes and improve your attitude in life.
I swear, I'll get you back. Just you wait.
Is that a threat? As I'm sure the police would be interested in it if it was.
What? No,
You should probably work on that nasty attitude of yours if you're hoping to get a new job anytime soon. Anyway, I'm busy, so I'm going. Goodbye, Tegan. Tegan was fired from the company the very next day for her awful conduct. Once she had gone, everyone in the office was much happier, including myself. There were no more baseless claims of bullying, and people were much more relaxed. I even got the managerial promotion. Tegan left the company and tried to get a job at some other businesses, but because of her poor attitude and contempt for other workers, she had no luck in getting hired. She was forced to get a minimum wage job at her local grocery store as a night packer, as the managers refused to give her a customer-facing role. Perhaps one day, Tegan will improve her attitude, but until then, she'll be living with the consequences of every bad decision she makes.
Hey, Maya! What do you mean you didn't get into med school? I told you not to neglect any preparation so that you would definitely be accepted. I always thought you were a failure, but I never thought you were so incompetent that you couldn't even pass medical school. You really are an embarrassment. I told you from the very beginning that I wasn't going to go to medical school. It doesn't hurt or itch me if you don't get in. You may be good, but I'm not good. Totally. Your sister Kinsley is certainly doing well as a resident at the university hospital. How can you, who must have been born from the same me, be so incompetent? I wonder if there was some kind of baby mix-up when you were born. I'm tired of hearing that. Huh? My sister and I look a lot alike, and you obviously look like your mother. There is no doubt in mind that this is your mother's child, right? You even took a DNA test because your mother insisted. You? That I care? You said so yourself. You're so incompetent, yet you're so glib. You've grown up to be a really shitty child. I guess that's the result of your mother's upbringing. Shut up! You really are not a pretty girl. Kinsley is such a good girl and so talented. I wonder why you, my sister, are so poorly made and incompetent. You're talking in loops, Mom. Anyway, you are incapable of passing medical school. You are incompetent. The only child of mine is my excellent sister, Kinsley. You who don't want it, get out of my house. I knew you'd say that. Huh? You know what? I'm about to be kicked out of my house for being incompetent. I understand. I was originally planning on leaving home after I graduate high school. I've already found a place to live, don't worry. Oh well. You are aware of your incompetence and failure. Well, if you're so well prepared, I forbid you from crossing the threshold of our house once the graduation ceremony is over. Okay, I'm not going back. Yeah, that's fine. I want you to get the hell out of this house. Maya, is it true that you're leaving home after graduation? Yeah, sis, you heard from your mother, right? Yes, I did. She called me earlier, and she also told me to take this opportunity to come back to my parents' house. You know, your incompetent sister will be gone, so come back without a care in the world, handsome. I heard her loud and clear. What the hell is going on? I heard that you didn't pass the medical school exam. Well, it's not that I didn't make it. Actually, I didn't take it from the beginning. Oh, really? I told my mom that I pretended to take the test, but I didn't pass. My father and a high school teacher who understands my family background helped me out a lot. That's a bold idea. Because I have other things I want to do. Yeah, of course. What are you going to do when you graduate? I've already decided where I'm going to live. My uncle told me to work for his company, so I'm going to take care of him. When I have enough money saved up, I'm going to go to the technical school I wanted to go to. I see. I'd like to say I'll at least help you pay for school. I'd appreciate it, but I don't think that would be too generous of me, so I won't do it. My sister spoils me once I depend on her. I think the next few years after graduation will be a critical point for my future. I would appreciate it if you would not give me any financial support. Yes, I knew Maya would say that. But if you have any problems, tell me as soon as possible. Your uncle, your father, and I are on your side. Yeah, thank you. Maya! I don't think so, but you're not going to come back to our house like this, are you? As promised, I won't let you cross my threshold after the graduation ceremony. That's the plan. Oh, you're talking about that now? I don't want you to renege on our promise. No, I've already arrived at the place we're moving to. Huh? Have you looked inside my room yet? Your room? All the stuff has been moved out. What? Oh no, it's true. It's all gone. When did this happen? I wasn't planning on moving without telling you. Yesterday, when I was moving all the stuff out, Mother was out all morning. Yesterday? Well, I guess this means we're not together anymore. Goodbye. Maya! It's been 7 years! Hey, Maya! Hey! Hey, come on, answer me! It's your mother! What? Oh shoot, I forgot to block it. Good, you're reachable. I'm at work right now. I was so surprised, really. I never thought you were one of the popular novelists. What? Why? I heard that one of your neighbors went to your book signing. The person said that the novelist teacher was Maya, who lived in the neighborhood, and she was making a big fuss about it. Oh, so that's how you got in their ear too. Oh God, you should have told us about that earlier. You're her mother and you didn't know? I heard your novel is being made into a TV drama. That's great. That's really great! As a mother, I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry to interrupt your excitement, but... What are you talking about, Mother? What? I'm the one who moved out of my parents' house 7 years ago after my mother cut me off, so I'm not supposed to have a mother. Oh my! Oh no! Oh man! Such a long time ago! You were so incompetent back then that I had to kick you out of the house out of my abstinence. This is the ultimate in motherly love. You see, they say, let a pretty child travel. A lioness pushes her cub into the valley of 1,000 questions. That's what I'm talking about. Education policy. I've been on edge for the past 7 years wondering what had happened. I'm so glad to see that your education has paid off. Well said. You're right on the edge of opportunism. What? If it were a novel, you'd definitely be cast as a villain. Villain? No, he's actually a villain. I don't know what you're talking about. But I have a favor to ask you, Maya. No. No? What kind of torture is it to ask a favor from someone you've insulated yourself from? Maya, you can come back here if you want. What? I'll pretend that the insulation never happened. You can work on your novels wherever you are, right? Hey, why don't you come back? It's because my sister, who's a doctor, is no longer making money for you. Huh? Father divorced you a year ago because of your debt. We're struggling to make ends meet on a part-time salary, and her debt is only getting bigger because she can't get out of her habit of spending money. So I asked my sister, who works at a hospital in California, for money. She told me that she had already gone abroad as a member of Doctors Without Borders. How did you know that? Well, I've been in touch with her from time to time. She got her medical license, but it was her dream to do the job she's doing now. Well, I thought she got a good-paying job for my old age. You're really opportunistic, aren't you? Hey, please, Maya. You're all I have now. Help your mother. I want you to come live with me. I can't do that. Why not? Because I'm living with my husband's parents now. What? Husband? Yes, I'm married. You're married? My in-laws are very kind, sensible people. They're not like some toxic parents who are opportunistic and think only of themselves. Toxic? Maybe you don't realize it, but that's the kind of person you are. Take this opportunity to look back at yourself objectively. You'll see how embarrassing your life has been. That, Maya? What the hell is that? You'll find out soon enough. Well then, this is really goodbye. By the looks of her, I could tell that she had not read my novel, which was being dramatized. In fact, the more such an ex-mother boasts, my daughter wrote this novel, I am the mother of a popular novelist, the more painful situation is confirmed to be waiting for her. A few months later, the drama begins to air. Even though she did not read the novel, my ex-mother, who loves TV, apparently watched it, and the title of the show was quite simply Poison Mother. A few days later, she was told that it was a non-fiction autobiographical work by the author. A few days later, my ex-mother noticed the whispering around her and disappeared somewhere, as if she was trying to escape. Rumor has it that she is in trouble with debt collectors, but I don't care because I have already insulated myself from them. Hey, Tony! What do you think you're doing with that career choice? Huh? The teacher at the high school called me to tell me that my parents didn't show up for the parent-teacher conference, so I should at least call them. You can't just send in a request to go to a vocational school. What the hell are you thinking? Is that a bad idea? Of course! Don't worry about the tuition. I saved up some money from my part-time job while I was in high school, and I'm planning to use it to go there on a scholarship. I want to go to a writing school. What's so extravagant about that? You're going to work right after high school. What? Why? I'm going to leave home. I'm not going to bother you. It's your choice to leave home. You're going to have to pay me back all the expenses I've incurred so far in raising you, aren't you?
Expenses?
We want to devote all of our energy to our oldest son, Steve. Not only in terms of feelings, but also in terms of money. And then, unexpectedly, you were born.
What? Are you saying that I'm the child that wasn't supposed to be born?
That's right. I let you go to high school because of public opinion. Steve's going to graduate school and it's going to cost a lot more money. So I need you to go into the world and work quickly.
You want me to earn money for my brother's tuition?
That's what I mean. You're not as good as Steve. Your value is nothing more than making money, so going to school is a luxury. I don't have a dime to spend on a failure.
Oh no.
Okay, tell your teacher that you'll cancel your application for higher education and get a job. Oh, and I'll confiscate the money you've saved up from your part-time job.
What?
Steve and I were just thinking of taking a trip together. We'll use it to pay for part of the trip. The rest will go to his allowance.
No way.
What?
I've saved up as a war fund for when I graduated and go out on my own. Who's going to give it to you?
Well, what a boy you are. I can't allow you to disobey me. Do as I say.
I absolutely hate it. Emma, I'm sorry now.
Yes, how can I help you?
I'm on my way home from my part-time job. Can I go to Emma's house now?
Huh? From now on?
I'm sorry to bother you at this hour, but I don't mind going to the door. I have something I need you to take care of right now.
I don't mind, but what is it?
I want you to keep my bank book and personal seal until I graduate.
Tony's bank book and seal? Are you talking about the military fund after graduation that you told me about before?
Yes. I was careless about this. When I told my mother that I had saved money from my part-time job to leave home after graduation, she said she would confiscate it. She said she was recruiting.
Well,
I usually carry my bank book and personal seal around with me, but if I bring them back home with me, they'll definitely be confiscated. I'm gonna confiscate it.
Could it be that you were using it for your brother or something like that?
That's right. Of course, there's no way that my brother, who's so nice to me, would agree to such a thing. That would end up in my mother's pocket. So I have to protect him at all costs. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could you keep my bank book and personal seal?
I don't mind, but are you sure you want me to do it?
Why?
Even though we are personally close, I am basically a stranger to you. I can't entrust my bank book and personal seal to someone like that. Are you sure you're okay with me?
Yeah, I'm sure, because Emma is the one I trust the most right now.
Huh?
I'm sorry to trouble you, but I need your help.
Tony, I really don't know who you are anymore.
No?
No, there's no way I'd refuse you if you trusted me that much. I will protect Tony's bank book and seal with my own body.
Thank you.
Tony! Where's the money you saved from your part-time job? I looked for it in the bank book, but I couldn't find it.
I knew it. You searched all over my room while I was away at high school.
Last night, you didn't want to give it to me honestly. Now, where did you hide it? I'll forgive you now if you're honest with me.
It's gone.
Huh?
I'd rather spend it all myself than having it confiscated.
Huh?
So, it's gone.
What a child are you? I can't believe you grew up to be so mean-spirited. What a shadow little boy you've become. What you're doing is nothing more than trash. You're no better than trash and I don't want you. Don't even think about waiting for graduation. Get out of this house immediately. You don't have to come back. Then I'll take it. What? If you don't need Tony there, I'll be happy to take him. Huh? Who is it? Excuse me for calling from Tony's smartphone. My name is Emma. I'm Tony's girlfriend. Huh? That failure is your girlfriend? Hey! You, be careful with your delusions. Just because I can't see your face on text, you pull out the girlfriend in your fantasy. You're an embarrassing boy. You think I'm an impersonator? A delusional impersonator. I see. You can choose not to believe me all you want, but Tony is a very talented man. My father also recognizes his ability and would like to welcome him as a founding member of the new company we're launching in a few years. Oh dear, your delusion has reached a crazy level, hasn't it? If you decide you don't need him, then you agree to let me have Tony? Yes, suit yourself. I'm going to end the text now because I'm laughing so hard my stomach is in knots. Tony, it's been a long time. It's your mother.
Huh? What do you want?
Don't be so curt with me. It's been 7 years. I thought you might be a little more emotional.
There's no such thing.
I don't think so. Oh no. Okay, so much for the jokes, and I saw you on TV. You scared me already. I heard you're the vice president of a video game company now. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, you can come home now.
Huh?
When can you come back?
No, I'm not coming back.
Oh, why not?
You forgot what happened 7 years ago? You tried to confiscate the money I worked so hard to save. You called me trash and kicked me out of the house before I graduated high school.
Oh, that's... they say, let a boy travel. It was my way of being a parent. The truth is, it was hard to be so hard on my sweet, sweet child. But you've grown up to be a great man and you've done your duty to your parents.
It's you I want to be filial to, though.
Huh?
After you kicked me out of the house. After he returned from his long overseas assignment, he must have asked a lot of questions about my leaving home. Mom kept making excuses and finally decided to keep quiet, but my brother revealed everything to her. As a result, my dad divorced her and my brother cut her off.
How did you know all that?
How did you know? He's working with me now.
What?
He's a scenario writer for a video game with me.
Well, so Steve's the boss then?
Nope, he's my subordinate in terms of position.
What? I can't believe my brother uses my brother as a jaw-dropper.
I didn't treat him that badly, and my relationship with my brother is good as ever.
Huh? Good?
Mom probably didn't realize it, but my brother loves me.
Huh?
And Mom was expecting you to be my brother, graduate school, get a job, a big company, and have my brother support her in her comfortable retirement. All of this is an imposition and illusion of your mother.
Pushed fantasy?
My brother wanted to make a living writing just like me. We used to show each other our novels and discuss them.
I beg your pardon?
That's why my brother gave up on my mom when she kicked me out along with my dad. Well, speaking of me, Emma and her dad, who I've been dating since then, picked me up, and luckily I didn't end up on the street.
Emma? Huh? From the time of the impersonation? I thought she was your fantasy girlfriend.
She's a real woman. She's a daughter of the president of a big toy company.
The boss's daughter?
Emma said she'd take me and make me a member of a new company she's launching in a few years. That's what the game company is now. Emma gave me an environment where I could study scenario writing, and at the same time she laid the groundwork for the new company. I really owe her a debt of gratitude. Emma is now the president of our game company and she's my wife.
President? Wife?
And my brother is also married. Both of them have kids.
What?
One more thing. My dad, who recently retired, lives with my brother and his family.
I haven't heard.
Oh, I wasn't going to tell you if you hadn't contacted me like this.
Huh?
How do you feel now?
Well,
The second son you abandoned as a failure, a child you didn't want. The eldest son that you loved so much but left you, and the second son that you left behind, and the third son that you left behind. They are now fathers with families of their own. Dad's on our side too.
Oh no.
If you could just see that it's all your own fault, caused by your mother's selfishness, then all would be well. But for me, now, my brother and my dad, I'm not kidding about living with you. So, this is really goodbye. Actually, I had left it unblocked until now, assuming that I would eventually receive a contact like this one. My wife Emma told me that the best way to fight back against someone who wants to pay me back is to be happy. I have been working very hard for the past 7 years. I felt like I was finally able to show that to my ex-mother. I tried as hard as I could, saying thank you to Emma for being next to me during the whole time. My mother after that. Apparently she had decided that I should be able to support her in her old age and had been spending money that was not fit for her. Now she is busy paying off her credit card bills and living on the edge of working 2 jobs at once. Naturally, I have no intention of helping her, so I hope she can live on her own without our knowledge.